Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will learn what is directive, why we use directives, what are the different types of directive, and we will also see some of the examples of the directive. So without getting late, let's dive into the tutorial. As we see directives, we have couple of questions in our mind. What is directive? Why is directive? And types of directive. Now let's take a look on these three one by one. What is directive? Directive are classes that add additional behavior to elements in your Angular application. So basically, directives are the classes. For example, if I go to VS Code and go to app.component.ts, you can see here, right? This add the rate component, and then we have this app component class, right? So when we say component is the building block of Angular, actually we say directives are the building block of Angular because this is the component directive. It has selector, template, URL, style URL. It has class, inside class it will have methods, variables. So this is an example of a component directive. Okay. Directives are custom HTML attribute which tell Angular to change the style or behavior of the DOM element. So basically directives are also used to manipulate the style and behavior of the DOM element. Now why will we use directives? Angular directives are used to extend the power of HTML by giving it new syntax. This syntax is understood by Angular compiler and it transforms the HTML based on the directive. Okay, so according to your directive, you can manipulate your DOM. We will see some examples of the directives, okay, and its implementation also in the upcoming videos. Now, the next question is the types of directives. So directives comes with different types. There are basically three types of directives that are available. One is component directive. So component directives are the directives with a template. This type of directive is the most common directive type, as I have already shown you. So for all the components we use @component, right? And that tell us it is a component directive. It has all the template URLs, stylings and the classes, right? And the second directive is attribute directive. So attribute directive are the directive that changes the appearance or behavior of an element or component or another directive. So by using this attribute directive, we can change the stylings and look and feel of the component. The third one is a structural directive. So a structural directive are used to change the DOM layout by adding and removing DOM element. So on the basis of the value of a structural directive, you can add or remove the DOM elements. Now take a look on the Angular directive hierarchy. So let's take a look on Angular directive hierarchy tree. So if you see on the top we have directive. This directive has three types: component directive, a structural directive and attribute directive. This component directive has @component, and by this you can see it is a component directive. Now we have a structural directive which has basically three types that we will also learn one by one in upcoming videos. One is ngIf, another is ngFor, then we have ngSwitch. So on the basis of these structural directives value, you can add or remove the HTML DOM elements. Another is attribute directive. Attribute directive has also basically three types. ng model we have already learned in the previous video. If you haven't seen that video, you can see what is ng model. Ng class and ng style, also I had made a separate video on that, about the class binding and style binding. You can take a look on those tutorial also. So these ng class, ng style, ng module, these three are used to manipulate the stylings and behavior of the HTML DOM element. Okay, so that's all about the hierarchy of the directive. In the upcoming video, we will see the structural directive ng if, ng for, ng switch one by one. That's it for the directive. If you have any question regarding this tutorial, please comment it below. I will definitely try to answer it. If you haven't subscribed our channel, please do subscribe our channel to get more updates. Thanks and have a nice day.